Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Right, now we have a look in here, and we're making batteries. It's a slow process to make the batteries, but I've now made batteries all the way round. I got batteries going all the way through. We've got the productivity modules in there, so that's going as well. That means that we've got the sulfuric acid being used up. I've got my sulfuric acid tanks over here. That's going like crazy, and that'll keep going until the buffer is completely filled up. And then that has all been taken care of. So plastic is now dealt with. Sulfur is dealt with. Batteries are dealt with. We've already got the advanced oil processing underway. The other oil processing one over here is the coal liquefaction. You put in 10 coal, 25 heavy oil, and 50 steam, and you get out loads of heavy oil, some light oil, and some petroleum. You're not using raw oil for that one. You're using coal and water. Water is free, eternal source, so you don't need to worry about water. But the great thing about that is that later on in the game, generally you don't have use for coal. It's one of the brilliant things that they introduced, was that you then had a use for coal. You could start using up your coal. And that's why you also need a large buffer for heavy oil and a reserve for heavy oil. We were very careful to set up a reserve here for heavy oil and also the petroleum, but the petroleum is for obvious reasons. But for the heavy oil, so that later on we've already got that reserve sort of set up and all in place and functioning properly. So we've now got sulfur, sulfuric acid all being provided, and I've got a mountain of batteries being done as well. All the plastic is working there. That's going well. Are we still... We've got a few excess. Look in here, we've actually got spare plastic bars building up. And in that one. That is really, really good news. It means that we have backed up the plastic on everything. And if we look down here, that means that we are running low on some of the other bits. But I'm going to want to start removing all of this. The first thing I'm going to do to remove it is I'm going to start shunting that out. We're using the heavy fuel down here as fuel for our burners and things like that. And that's working great. And we're not relying entirely on the heavy fuel. That's just kind of removing excess. What we really need... we've also got these over here. We crack heavy oil down to light oil, and then light oil is cracked down to petroleum so that it is all used up in system, and we don't have anything spare. So we don't have to have this operational in order to make everything work properly anyway. We no longer need to rely on that. And it's good to have it. We do need some of it being made, because we need that for the assembling, for the blue over here. And that's... thinking that might actually be our next thing that we try and tweak and change around. If we take a look down here, we've got requests in there for coal, and that's feeding in down this side. And then we got coal feeding in over here. It's only just keeping up. Right, it is only just keeping up. We are not fully charged on the accumulators, and we are only just keeping up with production now, with all the coal and everything that we've got. Accumulators we got loads of, and we're doing alright with the solar panels as well. So the time may have come to expand things a little bit with our solar energy over this side. The time may have come to expand our solar energy over here. So what we'll do is we'll go to here. We'll just see if we can do this remotely. I'm very keen to see if we can actually remote request the entire thing. We've got it all uncovered now with this, because we've got a radar on every single one of them. We've sacrificed one solar panel to put radar up, and I think that does actually work. That works quite well. So if I go there, 1, 2, we leave a gap of 2. out the whole way. I've gone up one too high. There we go. And I could drop that one down into there if I want to. But what I'm thinking is I could have all 4 of those and place them down, and we could go up by one more section. Where I'm going to want to I do not want to pave over any patches of anything. All right, that's not going to happen. I'm not paving over any patches of anything. Can I, if I bring that one in there, can I actually put 2 lots of these down? Curious about this. New blueprint. From that corner. Yep. These are all identical. So I take those like that. I take this one. And I put that one up to there. I can't zoom anymore. I can't see if... Oh, actually, we can see if we go over to the side. That's only going to do half of it if I do 4 of them over there. This side, where it's a little bit closer, they're still not even close enough. So, but going north... No, I don't think it does. We can't quite do it like that. We don't want to do that. Right, I got 2 of these. So that one there... Shift right click. I've cleared that one. I don't want it. That's the slight problem, is that I don't... Again, they're not picking stuff up. Why aren't you picking stuff up and taking it and putting it in storage? This, I don't understand why they're not taking everything out of my trash slots and putting it into the long-term storage. There's something going on there that I'm not sure, because I thought they took everything out. Well, they should do. Right, what we're going to do is we are going to do it like this. We're going to do 1 panel at a time, like this. There. I'll do 4 panels across the top. It'll give the robot something to do for the next little while. Drop another one in there. I can't put one there because we've run out of room on the land up here. So I'd need to drop in another one on the landfill, but I don't have enough there. I don't have enough space for the land. But once that roboport's been put in, then maybe we'll be all right. Then I want to go over to here, and I want to raise that up like that, and I want to remove all of the excess. So we'll remove everything all the way up there as well. All trees will be removed. Right. That's the robots taken care of, and they're bringing stuff from... They're coming over and they're gathering it up. They're off on their merry. That is 1,000 construction robots. I got 4,569 logistics robots currently operational. So we've got no issues with fuel going up that side. That should help the power situation a bit. We're going to need to keep expanding out the power. And we will be working on that some more. We got more work that we want to do on that. We got more work that we want to do here. But the next important thing that I want to do... Right, we've got red circuits being made. But our robots are struggling a little bit to keep up with everything that's being demanded. Now, over here, see, we still haven't made enough of these factories, right? I just haven't made enough. Now, I got enough. I can make my own ones because they're bringing them over to me. So I'm going to have to sort of manually push this a little bit and make my own ones. We need 4 speed modules to make this, and I have 40. 1, 2, there. So there's 10 of those to go in, which will allow 10 of these to be placed down. When they're going to place them down. At least they'd make these pretty quickly. They've gone up there and they've put them up the top. Why are they putting them up the top? I don't want them to put them up the top. Why are they doing... They should be putting them on here. Right, well, there's one, so... Oh, nice. Now we've got those 3 are fully operational. And that one's operational as well. Now, that is the kind of difference that we want to make. That's going to get us several... We got 3... 4 more factories there, up and running completely now. That's a lot more like it. That is a lot more like it. That's going to just gently tweak everything and keep it all running. I've still only got 3 of them. Why have I only got 3 of them? Right, well, there's nothing else that I can do about that for a minute, so we'll go back over this side. And it's this bit, although that's waiting on copper still, isn't it? Landfill is just about empty, but it's slowly filling up. It's just going to take a little bit of time to completely fill up because I've got stone busy being removed elsewhere. Oh. And we have a power issue. Now, why have we got... That's because those aren't working and the accumulators aren't filling up completely. So as these come back up... And also, we got an extra 1,000 robots suddenly flying, and so that's, like, taking up a little bit of the demand. And that's going to cause a bit of an issue as well. So it's not a major thing. Now we can have a look back down here, and we can see how these are going. So you need batteries, steel, electronic circuits, and electric engine units. That's great. But you're a little bit remote over here. So we're going to lift you lot up. And I'm going to put you down again elsewhere. First up, I'm going to do copy. And I'm going to copy that little bit right there, like that, so that I've got a copy of it before I lift this up. So take you up out of the way, and take you up out of the way. There we go. Right, now, what are you doing? You're taking your time, that's what you're doing. We're not going... I doubt... What do we take? It's 1 engine unit. Don't think it's going to quite fill... You know what? It doesn't matter. I was gonna wait and try not to waste the materials, but honestly, I'm thinking it really doesn't matter what we're doing on that. Now, I've got coal being brought out over here. We want to get rid of this belt. So I'll do that in a minute. That one can go. And then I will put a passive provider chest in the middle of each of them. Remove that. And there. And then all of that. Cannot insert. That's because I got a load of coal. Right, remove the coal. Oh, no, I don't want to remove the underground belts, because I use those to make my own, the red underground belts. So I'll actually use them up a minute. I use up 5 of them. That's going to drain out a few items there. Waiting on gear wheels. So I'll use those up, and we'll sort of turn them into them. And also these transport belts. So yeah, they're removing that lot, but they're not taking the solid fuel. So is there a setting somewhere that allows me to change it so that they are removing everything? There's nothing there. I'm going to look this up a second. Right, they're taking those items because they're requested elsewhere, so they prioritize taking them off of me. But apparently they won't take them and put them into other storage until they've satisfied all other requests. And at the moment, we have a shortage of robots in the factory. We know that we've got a shortage of robots. So it's probably because the shortage of robots, that's what's causing the issue. Like, coal is demanded elsewhere, so they're taking that. But I don't have a demand for solid fuel anywhere, so they're not lifting it out. And that's why they didn't take the constant combinator either. And this is just a thing that the game does. It's not anything that we can do about it. So it might be that once we've got enough logistics robots in the system, then they will come back and it will all be corrected. So we'll have to wait and see on that. I don't actually know if it's going to do that or not, but I mean, it is a reasonably cool little feature if it does. Now, I've got 1 sulfur there, but I don't actually have any request for sulfur anywhere in my system. So all I can do is drop that one into there. And so why are you stopped? Stopped because I have no petroleum. No petroleum coming out. And it would appear that I've got no petroleum anywhere. Petroleum is a big... I've got a serious shortage of petroleum right through the entire network. I've got these up here are working. That's producing the light oil. So if I look in here, that's not working because I don't have enough heavy oil. And that one's working. That's busy pumping stuff through. But I've got a little bit of a shortage on the power satisfaction as well. But things are looking up over this way. See? Placing items down. They're not going to place or do anything there until those are built. So we're still waiting on those to be built there. There's not a lot that I can do about that. If I look here, I'm still waiting on 28 roboports. So we do still have a number of shortages around the factory that we need to take care of. And a lot of those shortages will actually be dealt with once the advanced circuits are sort of fully underway. So I'm going to drop all of those flying robot frames into there. There's a good few hundred extra. And then I'm going to take 200 of those and drop them into there. So that's going to get me... What is it? It's 2 per robot, isn't it? So there's another 100 logistics robots going into the system. And they got a little bit of space right here. So we'll drop down. I've got my paste over here. I can drop that down right here. There. Put that one down into there. That's got the right requests in there. That's requesting everything that I need. I'm actually no, I don't need to increase that because it's fairly slow making these. I will change... Should I change that one over? No, I'm not going to change it over because what we'll end up doing is we want to go to paste. Is it's just going to do this. 4, 5, and 6. 6 will do for now. So I don't have those requests down there at the moment. Why are you that way round on it? And then that way round on there. Seems a little odd. Quite sure of that. But anyway, I can make 2 more of these at the moment, because that's what I got speed modules for. If I make the speed modules myself manually, I could make some additional ones. So there's those. But I don't have is the other 6 productivity modules. You could really do with more productivity modules, but at the moment I don't have the system set up for it. I've absolutely not got the system available to do that, so we'll just put regular productivity module, the stage 1s in there at the moment, and we'll leave it like that. And then I want to make 2 more so that I can keep those running. And I also want to put those in there. Let's move that one. Put it over that side, and then let's put a bit of light in here as well, like that. There. Should I put some light up here? Put one there. Put one there. Just go each end for those. Right. I've got 2 speed modules. 1. There. I got to make 2 speed modules to get 1 more of these, and they're not making speed modules because we're still sort of waiting on power. I've just gone and used up my advanced circuits that I've got. I'm going to need to run over to where the solar panels are working so that I can dump down some roboports. And then that will have taken care of that extra little bit. At the moment, if we look at this, solar panel output, 200 megawatts. Is that dropping down? We've got 8 gig on the accumulator charge, so we're sort of pushing the limit of what we've got as far as power is concerned. There's the next one made, so let me have a look at this and drop in 3 more of those. And I got 1 more that I'm going to want to make, which I can't do with that. So I'm just going to leave that go for a minute. I've got 80. I just want 10 more of those, and then I can make 2 more roboports. As most of them already brought... there we go. I've got a couple more coming in. 43. I just want 2 more. 1. There we go. See, they always prioritize me. And there's the other one. So I'm going to switch that off a second, just in case they try to do anything utterly ridiculous, like feed in a load of things. So I'm going to run down to this chest over here and let them fill me a second. You're done. So you can be lifted. And I've got all of this stuff over here. We'll come back and we'll put some more of these down in a minute. We'll place down a load more coal and stuff like that. Just staying here and letting them refill me a bit. I've actually got 4 roboports, which is enough for what I want to do. So let's just allow those 2 to come in. And wow, there's loads of the... Come here with the red... Like the red circuits, that they are really going mad with bringing them over to me. It's brilliant. The speed that they're bringing them over to me is absolutely wonderful. We go up here. We get the 4 roboports down for the solar panels. And then we can move on again. And I have been asked, why have I got the solar panels so far away from the base? You see, you're starting to get an idea of how much space these solar panels will take up, right? So I wanted to move them, get them far enough away from the main base so that they're not going to cause us any issues once they're up and running. And they will cause us issues. If we have them too close to the main base, they are going to cause us some serious problems. Now, at the moment, the accumulators are unaccumulating, but they're not fully charging during the day. That's our problem right now, is they're not fully charging. So they're running all the way down. We're getting a little bit of a dip right at the end of the night, once the accumulators have all emptied out. But at the, I mean, power satisfaction is staying is pretty much perfect, just until we got that one slight dip right at the very end of the day, and then it all sort of goes wrong a little bit. So I've got 27 roboports and 27 factories that we're still waiting on, and then we got a load of landfill that they're busy working on at the moment as well with our robots, and we're down to less than a gigajoule of stored energy. That's going to use up, and we are out of stored energy, and that's just running down, but already daytime is kicking in and the power from the solar panels is starting to come back up. So we're right on the borderline with it, which is a little bit of a jolly nuisance, but it's not all bad. So I'm going to manually place these in so that my robots don't wear themselves out. And then I'll put that in, and then all of those robots are going to come up and they're going to remove the other bits. There, I'll put that one in. All the construction robots will come up, the spare ones. They will remove all of the timber, and then they will bring up more solar panels and more accumulators and drop all those down as well. And we can keep heading northwards with this for a bit. We've got this patch up here. That one we've got to remove. I'm not going to be putting solar panels over the top of that. So we've got to get that one out of the way if we want to be able to do anything. Which means that I don't want to go any further north with solar panels. That's the edge of the solar panel farm is about there. So I don't want to be covering that over. I'd rather come out this way. Because you look here, I could extend it all the way out over to there. I got a big patch. I can also bring it down a little bit, and we can come down here. And I can go out that way more. I got more than double the space that I've got at the moment. And I can extend it out this way without getting in the way of that one, which means that we should be able to remove that one completely before we need to worry too much about it. It might be a bit slow going, removing that one, but then once that one's gone, I'll be able to go up a little bit further. And possibly I won't do all of our solar in one area. If we sort of go to here, I may then, you know, we could go right up here somewhere with the solar. It depends how big we go with this factory. Because obviously, some factories, like, we may stop at the million robots. You may not want me to stop at a million robots. You may want me to go completely overboard and completely insane and go way further than that. If you do, ideal. I can do that. I'm willing to give that a go. Absolutely willing to give that a go. I really am. You should know by now that that is absolutely serious. I got 1,000 construction robots flying, so we'll let them finish what they're doing at the moment before I give them any more orders. You can see here, they are coming in a little bit slow. We won't make any more construction robots yet. I will be building more construction robots. I mean, we probably want... Ooh. Construct more machines using robots than manually. I don't know what machines count as, whether it's just like the factories. I don't know if there's anything else on them that they count as anything like that. But, what have I got? I got alerts for 27... Wait. I've only got alerts for 27 of... Oh, that might be because I've now got all the solar panels being demanded, so they're not worrying about the roboports just for a minute. They will worry about the roboports again later, but they're not going to worry about them right now. Right. Flying robot frames are doing great. That one's not been made yet, but have I got... I got one. One is not very many. I can let my robots be active once more, so they can start doing a little bit. And... just wondering whether I should try to focus on this a little bit more or not. Whether we should... I think I do want to. I would like to have the logistics so that I've got no spare logistics robots anywhere. I've already got no spare logistics. So that I'm fully using logistics robots. I want to be using them all the way through. And now, if we have a look, we've got a major problem. We have no plastic. I've got no spare plastic. The plastic's all being used up. And the reason it's all being used up is because all of the fuel is being used up. Now, I'm using a load of this fuel. The solid fuel. That's being used elsewhere in the factory. Sort of going through. So, if I go down here, like this, I've set a priority on that side. I'm going to set a priority on that side as well. I'm going to output priority on that side. No, input priority, sorry. Input priority on the left. Output priority doesn't have. So I need to input priority over here. But that's still allowing those to come in. I'd have to stop those coming through altogether if I wanted that to work. I don't know if I should do that or not. I think I need to at the moment. I don't want to go interrupting the fuel supply at the moment. I know that's sort of slowing down supply of other things. I've got two options here. I can build another setup there so that I've got more fuel coming in. Because, I mean, this is running in as rapidly as it possibly can. I've got... crude oil is doing alright at the moment. And I have got... we got the setup down here now that we wanted. Well, actually, we haven't quite got the setup that we wanted, because that bit is still waiting on landfill to be produced. And we don't actually have the landfill being produced at the moment. I don't have any landfill. Right, I got no landfill over there. So that bit's sort of besides the point. This bit down here, this was the other thing that I wanted to do. And work on that. But I don't really need to at the moment. So I would say what I want to do at the moment is build another one of those. That would be my thing at the moment to do. Let me remove that water from there. And I will go there, 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 and there like that. And then I will drop that one and that one into there. And I'll remove that one. So that's got the water coming back through. It should have. My light oil is excessive. I've got excessive light oil over here. These are not... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.